All right, guys, so we're back, and it's Can We Talk with St0rm? I'm St0rm, and I have a very, very special guest. This special guest is someone I met roughly 5 months ago, and I didn't know that he was a Brooklyn extraordinaire. So let me gracefully introduce Correy K.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
So Correy K.
What's up, St0rm?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, chilling. Happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here. So like the people get to meet you and get to learn who you are. So can we just get into it?
Let's get into it.
All right,
I like the setup. It's comfortable.
I'm glad. Cheers.
Cheers,
Clink, clink.
cheers.
I put him onto my new wine too. I'm gonna let y'all know about that. I'll put it underneath. So who is Correy K?
Who is Correy K? Correy K is a father. Correy K is a son. Correy K is a brother. Correy K is an entrepreneur. Correy K is love. Correy K is black excellence.
I love that. And I wore your shirt
I like
today.
That. I like that shirt.
Yes, so I definitely purchased your shirt at the Black
the walk.
Excellence Walk, which was an absolute amazing experience.
Yeah, that was dope.
Never thought I would ever do a walk. I wish I could stretch before I went because I was in a lot of pain for like 2 days, but it was a really amazing experience. What I liked about it so much, a few things. You're pretty young and you actually organized that whole walk. It was a great mission and it was very peaceful.
That's what we wanted it to
loved
be.
that. Yeah. Can you tell me how did you start that?
Well, after the George Floyd situation, a lot of people was reaching out to me to do something because a lot of people want to voice their opinions, but they don't really have an outlet to really. So I guess they use me to put something together just to voice their opinion, have an outlet, talk about certain things. So someone hit me up the week before I did it, the Saturday before, and said they had a dream that I did this and they feel like I should put it together. So we did all of that in 6 days.
That's crazy.
Me and the team, we did it in 6 days.
I
Put
didn't
everything
know
together, put it out there. None of that was planned for months, or it was so quick.
That's strange because I thought that was something you've been planning for a number of months.
It was so
but it was
random.
So organized.
And that's the thing. From the whole week we were promoting to people keep it peaceful. This is a peaceful walk. This is a peaceful march. We doing this for a greater cause. You know what I'm saying? So.
And to be the face of that, how was that? Because I know you started it and then, after a while, you were very active in it. For somebody whose face was the walk, you were very active. You were at every pinpoint. You were walking with everyone. You were being a part of the experience. You were taking pictures. You were at the front line. And then when we reached to Manhattan, that was profound, and we kneeled and everything. And then coming back, you looked like you were under a great amount of stress. And I wanted to ask you what happened.
It was a lot being the face of it. It is a lot of stress, but I'm kind of used to that from doing events for so long. But the way I am, I'm a people person, so I know everybody came there for me and for the march. So I like to make sure everybody's good, everybody's safe, having a good time, and good spirit. So that's just how I am. I'm not one of those guys who, is high sedity or
Yeah, you walked with us. You walked the whole way. That was from Grand Army Plaza
to One Police Plaza and back.
Yeah, I was very exhausted. I took a dollar van home and I was I can't feel my legs. Nah, I thought about it, but I was I can't walk the rest. I'm done.
It wasn't that bad because, we were walking and talking. I was having conversations with people, so it didn't really feel too bad.
Right.
But after a while, when I started to think about it, it's when I was walking back across the bridge, that's when I started feeling it.
I felt it in my, the back of my calves. I was my Megan knees was giving out. It was a lot. But you had lunches, you had meals prepared for people,
meals,
and then we went to a
lot
park.
of different stations where you could get water, snacks, and stuff like that.
So all of that was done in 6 days.
6 days. Shout out to my team. I got a great team. This is not all just me. I'm the face.
Sure.
Yeah, but I got a good team behind me.
I saw that you had some girls that were doing their thing, and I was just wow. You even had some really great speakers. There was an educator.
Right. Yeah, there was a teacher.
Yes.
I think 2 teachers. There was a chef.
I had to go up to
a couple DJs.
It was great. It was absolutely great, and I'm glad to have been a part of that experience. I even had to post a picture of us on Instagram because I didn't even know you like that yet, but I totally
It's crazy.
admire.
I didn't see that picture until the other day.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I was because so many people were tagging me.
You have a high following.
So many people were tagging me, so I just randomly looked on your page and seen it. And
No, it really changed my life. Because I'm thinking about, okay, I'm a black woman, I'm a black educator. Like, I want to be able to do something and be a part of this history so I can tell my students and so I could be a part of history or tell my children in the future. So I just really admire that somebody as young as you doing something so big and so profound, and you know, so many families and people came out. It was
dope. A lot of little kids, and I feel like this was the first march that had majority black people, because most of the nothing against like
they joined us though, and that made me uncomfortable.
Nothing against them supporting what's going on. Like I feel like 90% of it is genuine, but we should be out there more often supporting ourselves. So this one had a lot of African Americans.
That was so great. And the fact that there was no beef, there was no war.
Nothing. Just,
and people were giving waters. It was just like so organized. So the fact that you said that was 6 days is blowing my mind. But I commend you.
I think I work better under pressure though.
I do too.
I think I work better under pressure.
Yeah, pressure bust pipe. I'm here for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So when we think of black excellence, what comes to mind, or why black excellence? What made you come up with black excellence? Because I know you do events every year, annual events, and you name it black excellence. People know you as Mr. Black Excellence.
Mr. Black Excellence, yeah. I did black excellence because this year is going to be the 10th year. So I've always been somebody who liked to dress up and look up to people who dress nice, like the Frank Sinatras, the Diddy, certain people. So I wanted to do an event for our people. Like I wanted to do our Met Gala, like our Grammy. So I felt like people needed to dress up, because when you dress up, you're in a different state of mind. It's like you're not trying to fight or do certain things when you dress up.
Yeah.
So the first year it was tough getting people to do it. Like people would have on like a button-up shirt with jeans and sneakers. Like they tried, but as the time went on, I can't stop somebody from spending thousands of dollars on a suit now or a dress.
No, absolutely.
Like they prepare for it.
It's a lifestyle
for months.
For some.
And that's the thing, is I want it to be, my goal was it being bigger than a party. I want it to be a lifestyle. The way we eat, the way we drink, the way we dress, the way we think, the way we treat each other. Like, I want black excellence to be an escape. When you come to this party, this event is like you forget about everything else in the outside world, and it's an escape from life. It's just, I want to come here and have a good time, see people looking good. Like, I done had people come to me, like dudes that's in the streets, like, yo, after your party, I started dressing up more. I got this job. I met this girl. Like, so that's what makes me. That's what brings the joy to me, as far as like with black excellence. I want it to be a lifestyle, not just a party.
I love it. It reminds me of the Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah.
In the 30s, where our people, even when they didn't have much, they would dress to
every
the
day
nines.
they had on suits, just like on a regular Monday, going to a lounge,
just for a salon, and just you know, and the ladies would have their hats and their hair would be like well done.
I don't know what happened, but I feel like over the years we just stopped caring about our appearance, and
some of us.
Some of us, and it's not right to judge a book by its cover, because I know a lot of people who dress like shit and they're smart as hell, but we just got to portray ourselves a certain way, I feel like.
Absolutely. I went to FIT for a summer, and I learned, if I learned anything, clothes make the man. And when you live in New York City, that's the only way you're taken seriously. If you dress a certain way, or if you dress with a certain level of dignity and pride, if you're putting effort into it, it says a lot about your character, who you are, and what you're trying to do. So that's pretty awesome. Go to you, Correy.
So that's why I carry myself a certain way, because I'm the face of the brand. So.
No, that's amazing. Who are your role models? Because I know that, I had to do some research on you, and I saw that you are a big Jay-Z fan. I also saw that Diddy was wearing your own shirt. That's major.
Diddy was like, me and him are like cool. We're good friends. I met him through his stylist, Groovy Lou. Okay. So over the years, we've built a dope relationship. Like, we're supposed to be doing some work, but it's just waiting on the right time.
I get it.
Jay-Z, I know a lot of people who's close to him. Like, I met a lot of dope people over the years. So, but I like their business ethic and what they represent. And also my mother, one of my biggest inspirations too.
Why?
Because she worked hard when I was younger, she sacrificed a lot of time with me to be the first one in my family to have a house, first one to graduate college, have multiple degrees, and be very successful in her field. Wow. So when I was young, I didn't really understand that. But now that I have a daughter and I do the same thing just for the better of the family, I get it now. And now me and my mother's like
That's
this.
So cool.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
cool.
I've seen her. She's still working hard now. My goal, I don't feel I'll be successful until I could call my mother and say, stop working.
Yeah.
So until I could do that, I'm not successful.
That's major. So you were talking about schools. What schools did you go to? Tell me about that.
I went to Epiphany Lutheran School. It's a Catholic school. I had to dress in the uniform. I went there from kindergarten to 8th grade. Kindergarten to 6th. Then I went to Roy H. Mann. And then I went to Lafayette. Then I went to FIT.
You went to Laf? No way. That's my rival school.
What, were you into Dewey?
I mean, I missed all the fights because I was in dance
we used
ensemble.
to stay fighting y'all, yo. But
I know, but it was real crazy. Yeah, I heard somebody in Dewey smack somebody with a bag of rice, and then the next day Lafayette came and was making kids drink bleach. I was just like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. But those were the young days.
Oh my God. And so you went to FIT?
And for 1 year, and then Kingsborough for 2 years. Fashion merchandising.
That's what I wanted to do full on.
And then I never graduated college because I was making money. So I felt like I didn't really... The best thing about school to me is it teaches you discipline.
Okay.
Like how to start and finish something.
And manage time.
Yes. But at that time, I didn't really need it to do what in the field I was in. I didn't really need it. You know what I mean? So I stopped going.
So what made you feel like, okay, I want to be an event planner full on? What came over you, and how did your family take to that?
When I was younger, in high school, I was always a nicely dressed person. And I was always funny. So people always wanted to be around me. People always gravitated to me. So one time we did a high school party in Lafayette in the gym. And we put it together in 2 days. Mad people came out. So one of my boys who gave me the name Correy.
We gotta
go there too. He was like, yo, why don't you do parties? Why don't you, because you're good at bringing people together for a good time. And that's even how I grew up in my family, in my house. Every weekend there's something going on in my grandmother's house and my mother's house. Wow. Just they always believed in bringing people together to have fun. Forget about the bills, forget about all that. Let's just come together, drink, enjoy life. So my boy Sean told me to do parties. Why not? And then I started. 2,000 kids came out. The first event, my first big event, 2,000 high school kids, and we were in a club at the Rock. And that was a 21 and over club, and they let me rock that day. We couldn't sell no liquor, but they were so shocked that
you got all that pull.
Yeah, and the people in here, the people that was in there, that to this day who I respect, like the Steelies, Jabbas, Major Hype, they were in there and they didn't even know who I was. They didn't know who Party was. It's everybody was like, yo, who is this kid? Young child. Nobody knew who threw the party because I was never the one to be out there and just, I've always been this humble. If you know me, you know I'm funny, but I'll be in a room, you don't even know I'm there.
Yeah, you're very poised and very
So that's where it all started. And
but,
after a while, even going back to the Correy thing, I felt like I had to change my name because where I wanted to go in life, I couldn't go in a Ciroc office and be like, yo, my name is Correy. Yeah, because they will automatically think I'm maybe a killer or a dude, you know what I mean? So
or you're Jamaican.
Yeah, so I had to switch it up.
That's so dope. So I just found out, I know I'm late, y'all. I just found out that Correy K, because I've met you over late night FaceTime. Yes. We're not a cult, like I said, but gang.
It's a gang.
LNFT, or Love Now, Fear Tomorrow, is an amazing family unit.
Group of people.
We became a family unit or a community of Black, amazing, gifted and talented people who come together for the love of music, for the love of love. Yeah. And that's how I was able to meet you. And it's so weird, we know a lot of the same people.
We do.
But we were both in the dance hall scene, and I didn't know that you were the actual Correy. So we have to talk about that a little bit.
Correy's a legend, man. That guy, he did a lot of historic things.
So you used to be on Flex in Brooklyn?
Yeah, in the late days, but I more came on like when all the Shatta dances came out, like
okay,
you know, that's when Elephant Man and Bogle and all of those. Like,
yeah,
so we did
big deal.
all of that, like.
Wow.
So it's two different kind of styles of dancing.
Right. So how did you even get into that? Because you're Trinidadian, right?
Yeah, but I always like dancing. So in I could go to a Jamaican party today and a soca party tomorrow, and I love them both. I love both cultures.
Right.
So I don't know. I just fell into the Jamaican world kind of, and I used to go to all the big people Jamaican dances too. Mm-hmm. But the Trini people also loved me. I kind of was like a hybrid, and I was also good in like the hip hop stuff because I used to intern at St0rm and stuff. So it's like in all three worlds, people knew me for different things. So
that's really dope. So how have you been coping throughout the pandemic? Because like I said, you did a really great cause for this march or the walk, which was super peaceful. But what has gotten you through the pandemic?
What really got me through was me using my platform to help people. Like when the pandemic first started, I was feeding the homeless, feeding the frontline workers. And then Convos with Correy K came about. Convos with Correy K is me interviewing certain key people in the industry. And it's like, that's like free game right there for everybody. So I feel like that's helping, using my platform to help people too, teach them knowledge, inspire them on certain things. And then I did the walk. So all I've been doing this whole pandemic is just giving, and it makes me feel good. Like, and I know it's gonna carry on until after it's done. Like it made its mark already. Right. So now in a couple weeks I'm doing my first event, and it's not as big as the usual, but people just want something to do, and I feel like I felt lost not creating. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to create. I love doing my events. And I know I love it because I can make no money and still want to do it. I just love creating. So now I feel like I'm getting back to myself. Yeah. I know you were doing Convos with Corey prior to the pandemic, or you started doing it. I started it. I did one, and Convos with Corey K was supposed to be live interviews like this. Right. But because of the pandemic, we had to do the IG. But that was really brilliant to do IG because, I mean, for our crowd, the millennial crowd, we like to be on Instagram all the time, 24/7. Yeah. So I've watched quite a few of your interviews, and I'm like, how does this guy know all of these people? I think that's amazing that you... Relationships are everything. And it's like nobody... I had a conversation with Busta Rhymes the other day, and he's asking me, so who helped you get these, some of these people? I'm like, me, I just hit them up. Like, these are people I knew for quite an amount of time. Crazy. So it's like, I reached out, and not everybody was easy getting because of scheduling and certain things, but I just had to be persistent and stay on top of certain people. It's been amazing. I mean, I've watched you with musicians, people in the industry, politicians, and I'm like, wow. And you've had really strong questions for them to like ask, and I felt like it was a platform for you, but also a platform for them. Yeah. So it gave me a lot of inspiration because that's exactly what I've been trying to do as well. Who was your favorite? Give me top 3 favorite interviews. Top 3 was Keisha Franklin. She's an interior designer, and she's DJ Clark Kent, which is Jay-Z's DJ's wife. Yes, I've met them before. I sang for him. Oh, that's dope. What else? My boy Mike from DM. He has a clothing line called DM. Yes. He's dope because he's somebody who's in the community with us, on the ground with us. Yes. But he does a lot of dope stuff. He's and amazing. Then he brought his wife in. Nikki. Yeah. Another one. You look like you had a great time with Major Hype. Major Hype was He had you crying, and I was on the floor too. I even shared it with my mother. Yeah, Major Hype was hilarious. Like, that dude came a long way. So, and I knew him from the beginning. Yeah. So, the Major Hype was, that's probably top 3. What is a challenge for you? Because I don't know if you want to share your age, but you're very young, and you've been doing. I'm old. You have a very old soul, but you're really rather young. 34. Yeah. You're very young. So the fact that you've done so much in your community, and you've been giving, and you've been also helping those around you, what is your fear, or what's been a great challenge for you? I think the biggest challenge for me has been accepting that I've done great stuff. I'm my own biggest... I feel like I gotta pat myself on the back a lot more. Even for you saying, I've done so much, and I've done this and I've done that. there's days I feel like I ain't really doing much because I know where I want to go. I know what I'm capable of, and I feel like I gotta go harder. Like, I don't know, like my family gets to me all the time, like, nah, you gotta, give yourself flowers, and I'm like, nah, I could do better. I could do this. I could do that. So
you're hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And I can totally understand that.
So I got to do better at just congratulating myself.
Absolutely.
I even put a post up yesterday about that. Like, sometimes you got to look in the mirror and be like, yo, I'm dope.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I mean?
I did see some of your really great quotes, and it's helpful for a lot of other people who are struggling, because with this pandemic, you don't know what you're going to get. So some days you're happy and you're above the clouds. Some days you're lower than low, or you're like, man, I wish I could do more. And then watching social media doesn't make it easier, because you're seeing everybody else doing their thing, and you're like, oh man, I want to do my thing. So
that's what I had to stop doing too, is in life, you got to run your own race. Because if you running your race and you have time to look left and look right, like, you messing up your own path. You may trip, you're not focusing on the end goal. So we don't know what certain people been through or what they had to do to get where they at.
Okay.
So it's like, we can't watch everybody's.
No, you're right. Comparison kills.
Right.
I had another question for you. Do you have any new projects coming out for people to look for? So you said you have a party coming out.
The event I'm doing in 2 weeks is called Trope. This is the third year I'm doing it. I started it 2 years ago. So it's just like a sexy summer event. I got the word Trope from St0rm, south of France. And what else I got going on? You could look out for more merch too, as far as like with the Black Excellence. I got some more merch coming out. I'm actually working on movies. Like, I had some scripts written.
Get out.
Yeah, I feel like once you're creative, you could use that and go into any.
Yeah.
And I also got a book coming out.
On
my birthday, December 19th.
I didn't know that.
December 19th. That's the goal.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Okay, so what is your book about?
It's called. What's the name of it again? No, I had a couple names, but I know I wanted to go.
Is it an autobiography? Like, what would be the genre?
It's kind of autobiography, but it's like kind of teaching you, like inspiring you too.
Like a
it's
guidebook.
called Dream with Your Eyes Open.
Wow.
You heard it here first, guys.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I love meeting Black authors. Like, I have friends who've written children's books. I'm actually thinking about writing a children's book, but like,
that'd be dope.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Dream with Your Eyes Open.
So I know that's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Yeah, I want to bring it out on my birthday. But the thing is, people, and this is the thing with being somebody like me, people are gonna expect it to be like the best of the best. So I know I gotta come correct.
The pressure.
And that's the thing with doing. People just expect me to throw parties forever. Like, I probably will throw events forever, but when you get into different industries, it's like, oh, he an event planner, now he want to be a chef, now he want to do this. Is his food even good? So they're gonna critique you so much because of who I am. So I gotta
make sure. You're an artist at heart, though.
Yeah, I gotta make sure everything I do is like on point, because they just looking for a reason. Certain people, not everybody, but certain people just look for a reason to be like, yeah, you see, you should have stayed on parties.
Because we saw that with the walk. We had a couple haters, and I was completely appalled.
Even with the walk, it had nothing to do with me. They were mad at other people for coming there, taking pictures, and they said other people did it for Instagram. What they got to do with me? My job was to bring the people here. I can't control anybody else's intentions.
Right.
And even if 1 or 2 people did it just for Instagram, there was 8,000 other people who genuinely. So why those 2? Why you couldn't speak about the many people who were there in a good cause? You just singled out that one.
Right.
And it's not even a negative thing. The people, they came there. Like, no matter what their intentions was, they came there, they walked.
And it was peaceful.
It was peaceful, so.
I was so afraid because I was sick in March and I was afraid to be around people.
Right.
I had my mask on and everything, but it was very successul. It was very successful, and I was so proud. Like, I didn't even know you like that. Like, that's the day when I was like, hi, I'm Storm.
Yeah, I remember.
Because, we've been speaking on LNFT for months, but you didn't know who I was. Like, I went up to you like, hi, I'm Storm. And I know it was a busy time, but I just wanted to have that connection.
I remember.
What would you want people to know about you that they don't know about you?
That they don't know. I have a huge heart. People probably know that, but I have a huge heart, and
they They probably don't know that because looking at you, you kind of look like you're a little
standoffish.
Yeah. You look a little.
I've heard that before, just because I'm always in like visionary mode. Like I would be somewhere and just be thinking, yeah, I could do this. I'm just always thinking. So I get so locked into the vision sometimes where I seem like standoffish. But if I'm in a room around people, like around friends, like I'm always joking, always laughing, always singing. Like, so I'm a very, but when I'm in public places, it's like I just.
Yeah, you seem very poised, very composed, like,
Nah, I've heard that before, but when people get to know me, they like, nah.
Yeah, you're like a really big sweetheart. And I noticed like it probably takes a lot to upset you. You seem very composed all the time, like nothing upsets you. And that's a big
upsets me?
Trait to have.
It does take a lot to get me tight. What gets me tight is people who, and it's not a good thing when people don't act the way, when you don't give me the same energy I give you. And my mother always taught me, like, you can't expect people to be the way you are
to them. That's still a lesson that I'm working on.
So you just gotta accept people for who they are. They may not love as much as you, or they may not be attentive to certain things as you. They may not be thoughtful as you, but you know, you just gotta accept them for who they are. You're
right. And my final question, what would you like to be remembered for? Or how would you like to leave your legacy?
Bringing black people together for a positive thing. Either through events, through, like, even when I start doing my movies or writing books, like I always want to bring our people together for positive, like, you know, outcomes. Even in movies, like there's not too many positive black movies anymore, like how they used to be. So it's just bringing back, it's just bringing back that you know, king and queenness in us. So my thing, I just want to be remembered for bringing us together for a good thing.
Okay, let's play a little game. Like it's like either or. So I ain't even sip yet. So new school versus old school R&B.
Old.
Why?
The music was just, it touched you differently. It hit your soul.
I also feel like there was real like acoustics and instruments.
Real
like
instruments, not no computer vibes. Is real lyrics.
Right. There also were bridges. Like there's no bridges in songs anymore. Just like
everything is a business now.
Yeah.
With music. So 100% old all the way.
Okay. If we're thinking about dance hall, new school or old school?
Old school.
Why?
Same.
It was better. Thing. The dancing was so much better.
I think we appreciated it more back then too. So.
Do you think like the kids are missing anything like of this generation now?
Yeah, they are. They're missing substance, I think. Like everything now is just like
easy.
It's easy. Yeah, there's no like real message in the music. You know what I mean? So I think they're missing a huge part of what we grew up on.
Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Why? Brooklyn, I'm sorry, that's the best.
I don't know if I relate more to him because he's from Brooklyn. Like, he didn't grow up too far from where I grew up at. And we have a lot of mutual friends, like, to this day. Like, he was cool with a lot of my uncles. So I think I just connected more with him.
Okay. So we had the verses last week. DMX or Snoop?
In the verses or just period?
In the verses.
I think DMX won.
No! Why does everybody keep saying that?
So he controlled the energy. And
he was out of breath.
Nah, but I feel like his songs just hit a little. And the thing with verses, what we've seen is not about who has the bigger songs or who's the bigger artist. It's just on how it's played in the verses.
I really thought Snoop had it. And everybody's saying DMX won. And I think they started saying that when they both were freestyling. And like they were like, nah, DMX got it. You think he won?
It was, no matter which way it went, it wasn't like a landslide. Like both of them did really good. But I think Snoop had some points where it just went down a little bit. Where he shouldn't. And that's the thing with going first in verses is like you don't have the advantage. So Snoop could play one of his girl songs and DMX could play the bigger girl song. So it's like, you know.
Okay. Brandy or Monica?
Monica. I like her songs hit different for me.
Okay, we could agree to disagree. I'm kind of sad that they're not gonna battle because Monica just said no. I was thinking Chris Brown or Usher.
I connect more with Usher, I guess, because of the time I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the time I grew up. But Chris Brown is a beast, so.
No, Chris Brown is a beast. In my mind, he still can't do wrong, but Usher, like, people say they should compete, and I think Usher's way out of his league. Like, they come from two different eras. They're 10 years apart, you know?
Chris Brown kind of has an advantage because of social media and streams and certain stuff.
Right.
So his songs are bigger. His songs are bigger than, he does have bigger worldwide songs than Usher. Mm-hmm. But as far as artists versus artists, I think Usher got him.
Okay, Maxwell versus Music Soul Child.
I think music.
Okay.
I think I like music's. His songs hit more for me, but I just like Maxwell's swag. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? While he's singing certain songs, he just got that that thing. But music for me, his songs hit.
All right, 2 more. So top 3 R&B artists and then top 3 rappers.
Top 3 are my personal top 3.
Because I know you're an old man. You like listening to like Al Green, like myself. I love Al Green.
Stevie Wonder, Babyface, and Usher.
Ooh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Nice choice. Another high five.
Stevie Wonder, Babyface, Usher, and as far as rappers, Jay-Z, Biggie, Kanye West.
So you're a fan of Kanye West?
I like his music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like his music.
Because I personally think he's losing his mind right now.
Yeah, he is. And I like what he brought to the game as far as with fashion, music, just everything. But his, like, personally, what he's going through is he's bugging out.
Yeah.
But his music and entertainment-wise, he's dope.
Wow. Correy, I really, really appreciate you even
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Like, this was amazing.
Good luck on everything you're doing. I know you're going to have some amazing guests.
Yes. And some of them you may know.
Yes.
But I wish you the best.
Anybody give you problems, let me know. You know?
Right. Y'all heard that, right? Listen, you were amazing. I really appreciate you just even coming and sharing this platform with me. And where can everybody follow you?
Correy K, CORREY_K on Instagram, Facebook, all the social media stuff. Yeah. So guys, look out for Correy K. He's doing really big things. He's pretty much a big deal in Brooklyn. So make sure you look out for them. So it's time for Storm's forecast. Get ready for that. All right, y'all. Well, now it's time for Storm's forecast. Sorry, I love doing that. So our forecast for this week is practice gratitude. I knew that when I was in a toxic relationship, I was with somebody who was constantly complaining and constantly upset about so many things happening in life and not really looking forward to the things that were happening that were going well, or thinking about the things that were going well. And then suddenly that was like an energy transfer for me, and then I became a very, I would say, slightly dark or miserable individual. So I had to learn how to practice gratitude all over again, especially during the pandemic. It's so important to not worry about the things that's not going on in your life, that's going well or not going well, so to speak, but really focus on the things that God has done for you and all the things that are really going well in your life. So the fact that you're able to wake up this morning, that's so important. That is something to be grateful for. Or the people that positively contribute to your life. Those are things to be grateful for. Having somewhere to live, to sleep, having food to eat, having nice or decent or clean clothes to wear. Those are things to be grateful for. Getting a phone call from someone who's checking in on you, or just reflecting on the things that are happening well in your life, that is practicing gratitude. So I'm challenging you this week to practice gratitude. Let's see how you do.